So it's the 30th of March. I've just finished my last game of the month, and we had a youth intake, which was actually in the middle of the month, but I wanted to finish the game we had because I wanted to at least have 2 whole months worth of football under my belt since we last met. We've only had 6 league games as well, but first and foremost, we're going to go over the players that came for our youth intake. We had Kup was the first person that came through. He is a left back who has already suffered an injury and is inconsistent and has injury problems apparently. Yes, that's a problem. Still, he is considered a 4-star potential ability left back, which is useful. He has a jovial personality, which I swear was not the case. I believed he was unambitious when he arrived, but he's got 17 determination, 17 natural fitness, and has some good pace on him. His teamwork's 14, his teamwork's 15, his tackle is 14. So lots of good attributes on this kid, and I feel like we've got a good youngster on our books, even if it's not the most exciting intake we've ever had. Norbert Balog was the other person that has got 4-star potential ability. He's unambitious, but he's a striker who's got pace and acceleration on his side. He's inconsistent and unambitious, so there's not a lot to like about him outside of some of his attributes, but there you go. And we've only signed 2 more people for our intakes. Martin Torf was the first of those. He's another striker who's also unambitious, but is consistent this time. He's only got 3-star potential ability, so probably isn't going to make the grade. I just thought I'd mention him anyway in case he does do something productive. Nice finishing though, and teamwork. Livio Krista is part Hungarian, part Romanian, and is the only other player that has got 3-star potential ability. We only signed 4 players from our youth intake this season, which I think says a lot. He's a player that apparently could be a good ball-winning midfielder and could be a good defensive winger. I'm just going to say this here now. Probably not, but he doesn't really fit many other roles I would use in this team, so maybe I should be concerned. Either way, 17 teamwork, 14 work rate, 12 first touch, 17 natural fitness, and 15 technique. He's got some good attributes on him. He just hasn't got very good ones in the areas he needs to be good, and that's the downside. So yes, these are the only 4 players I'm going to talk about because they're the only 4 players I will sign because everyone else has not got good potential. And as far as I'm concerned, it's not worth my time to bring anyone else into the team. Before we go into the games though, I actually brought 2 more players into the team. Nolan Mbemba has signed on loan from Coventry City for a weekly wage of £825 per week. He's quite good. He can play in multiple positions across the team. Right back, left back, DM, centre midfielder. All the areas I need strengthening in. He can cover all of them. It's the life we've got someone who's so versatile. I might sign him on a permanent basis after the season, honestly. But I probably won't do it for the price that they're asking me for. I refuse to pay big fees for what they're looking at. So he's interested in signing for me, so that's a good sign. And maybe I'll wait until his contract expires. Who knows? I just don't want to pay a lot of money for him, that's what I'm going to say. Godfrey Wemiwatu was the last person we brought on loan. He's been paid £975 per week for his services for the year. We are paying about 40 grand to loan him in, but I think for half a year, it's not the end of the world. He's also good in midfield and DM and at right back. The thing is, we need more strength in the DM position. He's played every single game so far from the bench, and we didn't need a starter. We needed a backup player, 2 of them, and we got 2 of them. So I thought it was a good call to bring these 2 players in, and I'm happy with the 2 signings. Now let's get into the games we've had since we last met. The first game we had was against MTK Budapest, and we took the lead after intercepting their pass. Well, Babel getting the ball back from the defender, and it was very easy for us to do that goal. Then we had a penalty. Babel gets the second of the game to make it 2 inside 29 minutes. They do get a goal back from, I think, our corner or free kick. It's one of the 2. They hit us on a counter. Lorenzo plays across, and I am disappointed with the fact we considered the goal. Thankfully, though, it didn't matter because we still won by 2-1. So, a good result as far as I'm concerned. We then took on Ferencvárosi and were really good in this game. And honestly, if it wasn't for this goal by Mim, I would have been very disappointed with the fact we didn't win this game because they had no shots on goal. This was a team at the time who were top of the table, and we absolutely restricted them from anything productive. And for me, That's our best performance defensively all year. It's just a shame that our attack wasn't as good as it should have been. We then took on Puskas Academia and beat them 3-0. We were really good in this game, and I am so amazed that was onside from Matthias. But second half, we decided to show our class again, and Buxay with this finish to double our lead, made certain that my concerns were dead, and then we completely cemented the victory with his third goal. And it was a good finish, honestly, from our substitute, Karitsi, to get his first goal of the year. A good result against a team who I genuinely was told and was concerned about being very, really good. Turns out I might not need to be concerned about them as much anymore. We then took them further in the cup and drew 2-2 and lost some penalties. We won up after this really good goal from Matthias. I was delighted. I thought, you know what? We're going to win this game. Then we conceded the ball in this attack in the 57th minute of the game. And I genuinely believed, wow, that's a good goal. But I also believed we should be doing better. So when we took the lead in extra time from this penalty from Majic, I was delighted. I thought, you know what? We're going to win this game. Then they equalised in the 114th minute. And I'm already annoyed with the fact we've had to go to extra time. I'm even more annoyed with defending there. And then we lost 3-0 on penalties. They scored every penalty. We missed every penalty. And that's a Majic miss. That's their second goal going in. Mbemba misses his penalty. Again, it's literally the same place, and the keeper's done well to get to it. Govia has scored his penalty. Keeper goes away. I'm not going to show you the last one because I think the last penalty is even worse. But frustrating result. I felt we should have done better here. And given what we did to them last time in the cup, we need to do better going forward. The next game we had was against Debreceni, and we won this game by a goal to nil, bouncing back from our cup defeat last time out. A really good header from Senzimi, and as far as I'm concerned, we deserved the scoreline, even if they had more shots on target than we did. But that's beside the point. We were really good, and it actually tells me that we should do a lot of good things otherwise. They were better in the second half, because in the first half they were absolutely nowhere. But we held on, and as far as I'm concerned, that's a good win. We then took a Vasas, and we beat them 3-0. Really getting revenge after they beat us 3-2 here earlier in the year. Matthias gets the opening goal inside 10 minutes. We then get a corner. It goes out to our taker Matthias, who gets involved again. Buxay finds Mim. Mim finds back in the net. It's 2-0. And then we make it 3 in the second half. 63 minutes in. Matthias cuts inside, goes for goal. It's an outstanding finish. He has proven to be worth the outlay we put on him. And this year, it's a delightful result. Can we continue this run, though? Well, we took a Ferencvárosi and we're 4-0 down inside the first half. And we lost 5 goals to 2. When things are not going your way, they're not going your way. Let me know with the opening goal there. And I generally was at a loss as to how we were doing so poorly. And the fact that we were called napping there is annoying. Adam getting the first of a hat-trick of goals did frustrate me a little bit. Lamina does that. It bounces back to Adam, who scores a tap-in effectively. And then it's 4-0 inside 42 minutes. And I'm just trying to figure out what on earth I can do here. It's deflected to Adam. Adam scores his hat-trick. And it's over as a contest. We do score before half-time, mind you. And Mbemba finds Matthias. Matthias, in the form of his life right now, scores that goal. So we got a lifeline. And then we score inside the first half. Well, the first minute, the second half. Sorry, Matthias involved again. Finds Mabel. It's deflected in. We're taking that. But then they respond. In the 66th minute of the game to get another goal. Adam involved once more. Finds Lamina. It's 5-2. I feel slightly annoyed. Especially when you realise, looking at the stats, that we probably didn't deserve to lose by 5 goals to 2. This was our best performance against them at their ground, and we didn't have anything to show for it. They just were really clinical, unfortunately. And we only really woke up in the second half, and that's the frustrating part here. We cannot let this happen too often in the league. Still, despite that defeat, we're only 8 points away from them in the league, which is the bizarre part to me. And we're 7 points clear of the Debreceni, who are in 5th. So we've actually got a very nice gap to 5th and 6th now. And honestly, European football could legitimately be on the cards, and I can't believe I can say it with a straight face, but that is the case. We are in a good position for European football. 9 games left, 7-point gap to 5th. We're only 2 points away from 3rd, and we're only 7 points off 2nd and 8 points off top. So the gap between ourselves and 5th is the same gap between ourselves and 2nd. So anything is possible right now, it feels like, and I genuinely don't know what to think. And that's kind of nice. That being said, I'm going to go over and try and find what happened to Ferencvárosi because they were in the Europa League. I believe they are still in the Europa League. I could be wrong. It doesn't look like they are, though. They got knocked out of the playoff round by Copenhagen. How did they get there? So Ferencvárosi got 15 points and just missed out. Oh, that is unlucky. They lost to Ludogorets of all teams, but beat Luzern. If they didn't lose to Ludogorets by 3-1. No, if they didn't lose by 2-0 against either one of those two teams, or got a bigger win against one of the teams they should be beating, then they could have gone through, but they didn't, and that's a shame. And in the next round, they were beaten 4-1 by Copenhagen, so they're out of Europe, and that's the last Hungarian team out. So, slightly surprising and slightly disappointing, if I'm honest with you, but there you go. What this means is that we are in 21st place. We did get 5.625 points this year. So Hungary's having a good year, even if we had nothing to do with it. But next year, we might be able to help with that, which is nice. That being said, we are definitely getting more points than last year. It's just a shame that Bulgaria, the team above us, is having an outstanding year with 7.8 points. So that's annoying. We do look like we're going at least 3 places, so I guess it's a good year. In fact, it actually helps with the Champions League. So that's actually a very good year from our point of view. So instead of having to go in the Champions League first qualifying round, we get to the Champions League second qualifying round for the Champions Path. So that's a good start. That is a very good start. Hopefully we can continue with that. But what I'm going to be doing is ending this here. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys will like and share this video. And that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. How good of a season are we enjoying right now? How much have we overachieved for my expectations? I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on all of this down below. But anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.